What is up, you guys? It is your host, Galadon, back with another Clash of Clans video, and today we're talking about either Siege Dive or Heroic Siege Dive. Now, you guys have heard of the Valk Dive, where you send in the Valkyries into the base, probably after the Town Hall. This is where the Siege Machine is diving into the base and going after the Eagle Artillery. So you can see right here, we've used some baby dragons to try to funnel a little bit. The King and the Queen go in, the Siege Machine goes right towards the Eagle Artillery and takes it out. Now this player had a maxed out Eagle Artillery, no match for the Siege Machine right here. There, it's finally going to go down with the help of the heroes nearby, the P.E.K.K.A, and now from the opposite side, we start the Electro Dragon Loon attack. Mostly Electro Dragons, just about 8 balloons, and in they come. Once the Eagle Artillery is down, there's not a lot to stop this attack from absolute domination. Now, as anything else, it comes down to spell timing and placement. Those are some key rage spells, especially for Electro Dragons. You got to remember, they are so extremely slow. If you don't catch them with a rage, honestly, it feels like the slowest attack of all time, watching those guys crawl across the screen painfully slowly. So now, yes, you don't have your heroes left to clean up. You're really relying upon the Electro Dragons, but more often than not, check out the Chain Lightning. In the interior of the base, you're going to see multiple structures go down to one dragon. On the outside, sometimes players will have stuff spaced apart. Now watch the camp. This is interesting. Watch the camps not chain. See that? That's because the core of the camp is about 1.5 tiles from the edge, and that puts the core of the 2 camps 3 tiles apart. Therefore, they cannot be chained. And again, that's why camps are crucial for anti-Electro Dragon bases. So easy 3-star right there. Again, I realize that you're watching maxed Town Hall 12 troops attacking less than maxed Town Hall 12 bases. But we're seeing more and more high defenses coming in. And again, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing here. The baby dragons start out with a little bit of funneling. They're trying to help the heroes behave. We want the heroes to follow the Siege Machine just in case the siege is not enough to get the Eagle down. You can see a lot of defenses, the X-bows firing, the Siege Machine trying to get their giant bomb going off. Siege gets there, and we have to activate it, or actually, I think it went down on its own. It was going to miss that Eagle Artillery. So if that happens for some reason, then of course you want to click on the Siege Machine and deploy it early. And now, there you go, once again, Eagle Artillery is down, the Siege Dive is complete, and opposite side you can come in with the dragons. Now I prefer to use the Grand Warden with the dragons and the loons. I feel like his aura is much more valuable here than on the Siege Machine and the King and the Queen. Again, check out that freeze spell, freezing 4 defenses at a time. Love that right there, that is so key. And again, you don't need your heroes as much because you've got the dragons doing damage to multiple buildings at a time in the core of the base. Now, would just a spam Electro Dragon attack work right here? Possibly, perhaps it would. But hey, this is way more fun to Siege Dive, get in there with that Siege Machine and have it actually do something productive. You know, these are the times that I think that Clash of Clans, the team, was looking for players to come up with things like this, to use the path of the Siege Machine, not necessarily just to take out the Town Hall. So there you go, another 8 trophies in multiplayer, and now let's pop on over to Clan War. All right, we recently had a war. My clan is not super serious about wars, but we do try to get in and use all of our attacks. So what I'm going to do first, or what I should say is what I did first, was I tried a spam Electro Dragon attack. So no Siege Dive. Obviously, the Eagle Artillery was deeply embedded in this base. It would have made it a challenge anyway to get there. So we just tried spamming Electro Dragons on one side and going for it. You can see the Siege Machine has been moving in. It gets targeted by the single target Inferno. Now the defensive CC comes out, and that Inferno tower on the right-hand side, that is going to be the thorn in my side at the end of this attack. You can see the dragons doing a great job right there, but that Inferno tower, man, I'm telling you right now, that is what's going to prevent me from doing the cleanup with the heroes. We've got a couple of dragons left. You can see top of the screen, it's going to go down into the lightning. One more healthy dragon. That lightning is not going to do a thing. It's out in the middle of nowhere. And then we lose our last dragon, relying solely upon our level 60 heroes. But as you can see, 2 Expos are still up, and that Inferno Tower well protected inside 2 layers of walls. It's just not to be. So, Electro Dragons, they are strong. You can see I'm facing less than maxed out bases right here, and not enough to grab the 3-star. Now, 3-starring a maxed out Town Hall 12, that's going to be a tall order, and I would imagine that the Clash of Clans team, by design, has made that extremely difficult. You know, 9 versus 9, yes, they can get it done. 10 versus 10, a little bit harder. 11 versus 11, even more difficult, and I'm feeling like a 12 versus 12, 3-star in war with a well-designed anti-3-star base is going to be extremely, extremely rare. So this is my attack, first attack in the war, 83% 2-star, very close, but not quite a triple. So let's go ahead and move on to my second attack in war, going after number 2. And this time, we use the heroic siege dive. So watch where that eagle artillery is. We're going to start with the funneling baby dragons on the outside. They're just going to make sure the heroes go in behind the siege machine. We're also going to wait to drop the heroes until after the siege has broken through that first layer of walls. That also encourages the heroes to go in. This time I did drop the Warden. I'm not sure what I was thinking. Ideally, again, the Warden should probably stay with the Electro Dragons. And there, we lose the Siege Machine. Also, I brought an Electro Dragon in the Siege Machine there, but it's going to work out because, again, we have the heroes. Archer Queen, using her ability, gets in there, and now the Eagle Artillery goes down. You can see that once the Eagle is out of the way, we drop in the Dragons, we drop in the Loons, and we get ready for 5 very carefully placed rage spells. There's the first on the top, catching that entire pack, and the second, waiting patiently until they close in. And that's pretty much enraging every single unit in the area right there. Now, you want to watch the radius of those rage spells when you drop the next ones. Single target Inferno gets frozen along with a sweeper and the wizard tower right there. Dragons in the core. Town Hall never stood a chance, and now tons of dragons under rage, and yet another rage spell to use right here as the dragons work their way towards the backside of this village. We look for the highest concentration where we can catch the most units in rage. Right there at the bottom of your screen, a few Electro Dragons and a balloon left, and of course the Warden. And this base has no chance. I even forgot to drop a baby dragon. I didn't even know where that came from. There's a baby dragon. There's the Electro Dragons. There's my Warden. And that poor defending Barbarian King, he had no chance. There goes a lightning spell. Barb King down, 96% damage. And I'm telling you, could this be an attack? Could this be a thing? Maybe. Maybe not. We have to wait and see once Town Hall 12 bases are fully maxed out. Will this be a good strategy? Either way, using the Siege Machine in creative ways, definitely a great idea. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. I wanted to talk about some comments that people have been leaving on the videos. Okay, Rex says he hit over 6,000 trophies and he had over 2-hour cloud times between raids. Yeah, I am definitely waiting for that sound of battles and anticipate that during the quest to 6,000. All right, this comment made me laugh. You won't make it to 6K, scrub. Hey, you guys remember, they hate us because they ain't us, okay? Remember that and never take anything personally that anybody says. Luke Duke says, Galadon, keep up the great work. I was just in your Global yesterday. Yes, I do love to hang out in Global, especially during my Twitch live streams. You never know when we might be creating a stream clan or joining somebody's random clan there. And then Pravin, a really long comment, but he basically said he agrees with what I said I like and dislike about the update, okay? He also said that he feels like the Archer Tower design makes it hard to scout. It makes it difficult to tell what level an Archer Tower is. If you are that advanced, you're way better at this game than I am. Also, he complained about the healing time of heroes. I totally agree. With all of the other changes that Supercell made, I feel like they could have reduced the heal time, the regen time on heroes just a little bit. Okay, you guys, now I have a confession to make. Okay, the end of this video, I'm going to go ahead and admit something to you guys. I pulled a bit of a social experiment in a video a few months back. I did a top 3 strangest bases video, and as I went through this clan, I went and I looked at the clan's trophies, and then as I backed out, I looked at the builder base trophies, and I reacted as if I had seen all of the trophies mysteriously disappear from the roster. And okay, so here's the point, you guys. The idea is if you create something in a video that makes people react emotionally to, it makes them want to comment, then what happens is the comments, the interaction on your video spikes and you get way more views. It sort of was a little bit of a trick, a little bit of a social experiment. It totally worked. People absolutely gone nuts on this video. Of course, 80% of the comments are calling me stupid, but nonetheless, it was a lot of fun. If you guys have a chance to check out the video, Personally, I think I did a pretty good acting job as I backed out through the builder-based trophies. Anyway, that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thank you again for watching all the way to the end. If you're still here, you're truly #Galafam, and you should leave that in the comments. #Galafam, because you are. Have a great day. Make the best of the rest of it. And remember, yesterday is history, tomorrow a mystery, today's a gift. That's why they call it the present. Follow, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you back here again tomorrow for more Full Attacks.
Galadon! Seriously? You expect us to believe that you did that on purpose? Oh, I can smell a Gallifel when I smell it! And that one stinks to high heaven! It does! Like a rotten dog fart, it does.